Hello and welcome everyone. In today's practice we're going to focus on the hamstrings as well as most parts of the body, but with an emphasis on the hamstrings, and we will do a conclusion stretch at the end. And you may want a strap. However, if you don't have a strap, I'm just using a normal belt, a bathrobe tie, a scarf that's sturdy. Anything works, but if you don't have any of those things, I'll be teaching ways to do it with just the hands holding the leg and or the foot. So have that at the ready. And if you're new to this channel and you haven't yet done so, please subscribe, hit the bell. Comments and likes help a lot, and there's always a link in the description for doing drop-ins or joining the membership, which includes these classes and early access to these classes and often exclusive access to certain classes that I do. So having gotten all of that out of the way, thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and begin with the warm-up. When I do a hamstring focus, even if it's a flexibility focus, I always try to build blood into the hamstrings with a little bit of muscle tone. So we're going to do that a little bit to begin. As silly as it seems, we're going to stand wide foot and just rock side to side and do a hamstring curl. So we're going to be building blood flow and circulation into the hamstrings. This is a dynamic stretch for the quadriceps too, which is nice. Usually if you're doing a leg sport, getting tight hamstrings, your quadriceps need some attention too. So going side to side and taking some deep breath. You want to have good posture, shoulders are open a little bit, fairly neutral in the spine though. You don't want to be back bendy or slouchy, just standing tall as you rock back and forth and squeeze the blood into those hamstrings. Very good. Okay, we'll finish on the left side. Do a couple shoulder rolls, big loops in the shoulders. Deep breath. Both directions. You can move the head around organically if you want. You don't have to, but oftentimes it works well that way. And then we'll do wrist rolls. Do both directions. And then rolling the hips. Do both directions. Excellent. And just for a little bit of blood flow, we're going to do a chair. It can be very light, medium, or deep. Lots of weight in the heels to build up that posterior chain. And then hands on the ground, walk back to a downward dog. Try the first one with the knees bent. It's okay if the heels are up. Mainly just lift out of the shoulders. Nice, and then come on down. We'll keep warming up the spine a little bit, pressing side to side. Very good, and then pointing the toes, extend the right leg, just lift a little bit, hip level or less, and switch sides. Extend the left leg and lift. Nice. One more time on the right side, and then add the hamstring curl, and release. Left side, hamstring curl, and release. Go ahead and take downward dog, really lifting out of the shoulders. Now, when the heels are down, that can stretch the calves more, but sometimes, especially if the back is rounded, letting the heels be up and really lifting out of the shoulders and really straightening the back. The more you're lifting the tailbone and lifting the low back and lengthening the spine, the more it presses deep into your hamstrings. So we're getting that stretch and breathing. Slow, deep, smooth breath. Really working the breath to release the muscles. And then we'll come on down and switch to a runner's pose. So bring the right leg forward. We're in the runner's lunge. It's typical to kind of slouch a little bit, but if you lift the chest, that is really nice for getting the spine and the hips involved in the stretch. Very good. Switch sides, runner's lunge. Notice how you feel lifting the chest. If it's really a struggle to lift the chest, using the extra height of the fingertips or using blocks if you have them can be helpful. But it's also helpful to do some locust pose if you're having a hard time lifting your chest. So we'll do one of those and then do another runner in just a moment. Deep breath. We're going to segue to being on the stomach. And then we'll do a basic locust. You lift the legs and chest. It doesn't have to be much. And then come down. And arms back, and then lift arms and legs. Locust. Feeling that openness of the chest, that strength of the spine to have good posture. And then come on down. Use the core and lift. We're going to do a downward facing dog. And now lift the leg just as high as the hip. Really engage the right hamstring. Keep pressing strong into your hands. Lower and switch sides. Lift the left leg just as high as the hip. Really flex the foot. Excellent. Both feet down, knees down, right leg up, runner. And then notice if you have just that little bit more length of the spine, having done the locust. And if your hip flexor is really tight, you might feel it all there, but this is a hamstring, upper hamstring stretch and a hip flexor stretch. You could lift a little bit more and keep toning the back, breathing. I like to keep my toes tucked and center that heel. When the heel is centered, it can tend to cave in. And when the heel is centered and you can feel the little toe connected to the ground and know that that's the case, you go right into that hip flexor muscle group, which is awesome. Good. And then the next stretch is going to be a half split, which can have the foot flat and the knee bent. But if it feels okay on the ham, you flex the foot and reach forward through the chest and the leg lengthens. Flexing the little toes back as well as the big toes. Fingertips are blocks for height, so your back isn't slouched excessively. Breathe. Good, let's go ahead. Come back to a runner, then a downward dog. We're going to lift the right leg, this time lifting higher than the hip if you can, feeling that big stretch in the left leg as you build a lot of muscle tone in the right leg. And then switch sides, lift the left leg, big stretch, lots of muscle tone. Good, and then both feet down. And then knees come down, left leg up, runner's lunge, a long stride, and then lifting on up. And squaring the back little toe, lifting the chest. Very good. And then we're going to take a half split and keep reaching forward through the chest. It can help to bring the hands back. Again, tent the fingers or use some blocks. Breathe. Excellent. Come back to a runner. Downward dog. Left leg high. Lift slowly, but lift as high as you can. And then switch sides. Right leg high. Very good. Both feet down and knees down. Let's go ahead and turn to the side, make a straddle. And sway a little bit. And then hold the straddle with the fairly flat back, or if you want, you can hold the ankles or the shins. Try not to slouch. Lengthen and breathe. Very good. Hands on the ground. And let's go ahead, slowly heel toe in, bend the knees when you're getting closer to hip distance, and stand on up. Excellent. Inhale, arms up, and now lift the heels and press through the inner big toe mound. Exhale, heels down, forward bend. Hands forward, walk back, downward dog. Good, we did a little strengthening for our ankles and calves, then bend the left knee and press the right heel. Excellent, then bend the right knee and press the left heel. Very good. Both heels down. Good pressure through the hands. And then knees down. Legs come out from underneath. Legs in front. And we're going to do a table. So being pretty long is good. If you have sore wrists, try your fists. And we're going to lift a little bit at first. And if you can get the body really flat, eventually, if it's working for your neck, you take the head back, but only if you're getting the stomach and chest to really lift. Excellent. Come on down. And we're going to do a one leg butterfly forward bend. So you bend the left leg, so we'll focus on the right hamstring at first. Draw the right sitting bone back. And arms up. Really feel your back strength, your shoulders open, your spine is long, strong, and tall, and you're breathing. And then hold the shin, the foot, eventually both hands on the foot. You could use your strap too, if you'd like. Relax your shoulders, your neck. It's a full body stretch. Even though there's primary muscles, you're relaxing all through the system and breathing. Excellent. Release from that stretch. We're going to do the other side. Left sitting bone back. Arms up. Really tall sternum. And stretch. Hold the shins and then stretch and breathe. Relax your shoulders. Enjoy relaxing in your back muscles as well as the leg muscles. Breathing, savoring the exhale. And Release the forward bend. Scoot on up. Lower onto the back. Give yourself a knees to chest. And then we're going to do the bridge pose. So feet come down, heels close to the glutes. And the nice thing about bridge is you can just lift a little bit. You can lift like halfway, but if it feels good, you do a deeper bridge. So lift, keep the knees hugging in. Let's actually just lift a little bit, come down. Let the body acclimate, take an extra breath. And if it feels good, do a deeper bridge, maybe even pushing the hands into the floor, tucking the shoulders under a little bit. Keep the neck fairly long. You're not pressing the chin to the chest. You're drawing the chest towards the chin. Really engaging the hamstrings here, getting blood flow into that posterior chain. Very good. And then come on down. Nice. Let's go ahead and bring the right knee to chest. Lengthen the left leg. Now, if you know that the hamstring flexibility is something you're really working on, you're still developing it, you'll want to start with the left leg bent. But it is okay to have it straightened the whole time. If that works for you, take your strap, put it over the right foot, bring it up. Keep the right knee bent a little bit, draw the toes down. Eventually lengthen both legs, or at least the top leg first, over time, and that could be several practices from now, several years from now, but the bottom leg will eventually lengthen, and you're still breathing. Just a little bit more time here. Let's say, for instance, 2 to 3 really deep breaths. Make the most out of it. You're holding with some leverage, but the shoulders are relaxed, the neck is long. When you are ready to release, do so gradually. Let the leg come down slowly, like it's going to fall all the way through the floor. And you feel that natural length, that effortless release, the feeling of gravity and pressure taken off the hip and low back. And then left knee to chest. Hug it in, enjoy that subtle stretch. And then putting the strap over the foot, extend, maybe the leg is a little bit bent. Eventually you lengthen it. You can have the right leg bent as well. Keep the neck long. Over time, both legs are lengthened. See if you can have space in the toes, drawing them down. And breathe. Notice how you feel side to side in the body. If one side is noticeably tighter, then you may want to approach your hamstring practices a little bit different. You're welcome to do a couple rounds on the tight side, like you could do 40 seconds of the side that's loose and 2 30-second rounds of the tight side, or just one really long round of the tight side. You got to give more to the tight side to get balance. And the instinct is to do the opposite, but you have to override that and really learn what the body needs. You're always welcome to set a timer and do a real long shavasana. In these videos, I just keep it to a brief reclined meditation for 2 to 3 minutes. You just soften the breath. You feel relaxed in the toes, the feet, all through the legs, the pelvis and the torso, arms, hands, and fingers, neck, throat, and jaw, all through the face and the back of the head and the top of the head. Letting everything relax, and the softness of the breath starts to translate to softer thoughts, a soft state of emotions, and the softening in the body. We're going to deepen the breath and slowly come on up. Sit tall. I'm going to do a closing, clearing breath and then an Om. So breathe in through the nose. Hold it for just a moment and let it out through the mouth. Very good. And then inhale. Thank you so much for practicing. Hopefully this was just what you need. We've got a full-length dynamic Hatha Yoga flow coming soon. So if you're interested in a more robust strengthening practice, there's good things to look forward to soon. That will likely be on the membership, as you can sign up in the link below. There's a free membership as well as different tiers of payment options, and you can always do drop-ins, which is in the link below. So thank you again. Subscribe and share with your friends, all the good things, and drink water. I'll see you soon. Ciao for now.